Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. Here we go again. Oh, this is the brown round as a recap. We're going to lighten it up. We're going to talk about our favorite people that we do like to talk about.
Oh, yes.
Now, let me be clear. I don't dislike the Kardashians at all, but because they put themselves out there for us to ridicule, they're like a target. You can't help hitting it because they keep putting stuff in your face. And nevertheless, I'm thinking the way they think, I'd rather for you to be hitting at me than not be hitting at us at all.
That is true.
That's what I feel. It's like, because the more you don't talk about them, the more they talk. And now it's like, she says, I never talked about Kanye. Now you're talking about Kanye. When you didn't talk about him, now you're talking about him.
Yes.
It's like it's like they're the shooting targets. Now some of them don't like it.
Yes, that is very clear.
Kylie don't like it.
No.
Kendall doesn't like it.
We definitely know Courtney did.
Courtney definitely don't like it, but Kim, she likes it.
Chloe's on the fence.
On the fence. But Chloe can be mean. That's what's going on. So tell us what's going on with the K's.
Yeah, the K's, that's for real. They are constantly keeping us in a perpetual spin cycle of talking about old news, keeping us all in their past, because this third season is between May and September of last year, 2022.
After Courtney's gotten married, they're still talking about that Balenciaga thing that Kim stole. Is that it?
Yep.
Is that who it is, Balenciaga?
No, she's going to be doing a collaboration with Dolce and Gabbana.
Dolce and Gabbana that Courtney believes she stole from her and did this behind her back. And like Chloe said, Courtney said, can't you say no sometimes?
Yes.
Out of sisterly love. But she can't.
Even the mom was in the background saying, oh, it will be 6 to 9 months out. It's not going to matter.
I don't like a mother that plays against her children. She plays sides with her children. I don't like that, and that's not cool. You could see her playing the sides.
Yes, you can.
You could see it. You could see her shuffling and for this fame and also, what is it, Ozempic. You know, she's accused, the mother is accused, and Kim accused, and Chloe, they are accused of taking Ozempic.
I could believe it. I didn't
for to
recognize
lose
Courtney
weight. It's a diet medicine. So it's a lot of things going on. But my point is, you find time, Kim, to talk about Kanye.
Yes.
Kanye hasn't been dealing with anything. Kanye is in a lawsuit with Gap. Kanye done made peace of some sort with Adidas. He done built a store. He's built a store right next to Adidas with Adidas old stuff. Whatever way that's going to work out. On top of that, his wife, Sensori, was out there talking to somebody. Took her a minute to say she was married. I took that to mean she was bored, and it was just good to talk to somebody to give her some attention. Look, that's what I took.
Somebody recognized her.
Somebody, I don't think they recognized her per se, but I think that somebody just took a liking to her, and I think she enjoyed that for a moment. However, she did have to break the cycle by saying, I'm married. But nevertheless, what else going on? So go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, you can also tell it's old because Kimberly is walking the ombre with the dark roots and the blonde hair.
Right.
And we know her hair is black.
Her hair is dark now. So please don't get caught up in the spin cycle. That's what they feeding on. Now in regular news, you hear people talking about Kanye. I'm like, Kanye wasn't doing anything.
Getting mad at Kanye.
Getting mad at Kanye again. And also Pete. That's over, people. It's the spin cycle. Don't believe the hype. This stuff is old. And that's what they count on. That's why she does interviews, to make it look like it's happening. It's not happening.
Sounds exhausting to play a role.
Oh, you're right. It sounds exhausting. So let's see how far this goes out. And I hope that Kanye doesn't respond to none of this.
Please do not.
Because he's been so quiet.
Yes, he has.
I hope, and now I'm hearing Kanye is out talking about her. No.
When? Where?
No.
Y'all must have pulled up some old news.
Some old news. Now, I hope he should know how this works.
Yes, he should know Kim by now.
And no, this is all about her show. And so some people want to know, why do you get so angry with her? Because of the lengths that she goes through to make the show and herself relevant.
Yes.
Like, this is the point. Knowing that no action, but she's drumming it up, doing shows, acting like, oh, it's hard being a mother. Now she's playing on the mother scene.
Why was we all of a sudden talking
because,
about that?
You know why? Because she's using the kids. But when she have a man, it'll be the man. Remember? Yes. So now, come on. It's just hype, people.
Oh, Kim.
And we're following her. So join us on Thursday. Thursday. And we'll be doing a recap on it.
Yes.
So, but we don't have anything bad. We're just saying what we see in this
so far.
observation. And I want to say something else briefly.
Okay.
In the observation of the Kardashian, I really enjoy Khloe bringing up about the surrogacy and about how she didn't feel anything. That was just a transaction. I so appreciate that, because sometimes we don't tell the mental aspects of it for what other people could be going through. She shined light on that. And that gave me a whole nother perspective that not everybody is happy about it. You know, and Khloe and Courtney shined the light on the fact that just because you save sperm, just because you save your eggs, they could freeze and not unthaw and die. So these things, I thought they were 100 proof. Yes. They are showing me it ain't all that glitter ain't gold. Mm-hmm. So you could spend all your money, and yet this stuff doesn't even work for you. Right. So that's what I've learned. So about the Kardashians. So that was good. That was good eat for me for now.
Yes. Right. Now, talking about holding on to things and not knowing when to let go, we have Rich Pryor's wife, Jennifer Lee, holding on to this documentary and being picky
for years
on being picky on who she wants to play certain roles, who's going to produce it, and basically all this.
Now, what I think about this is that she done had everybody. She done had Oprah. She done had the top of the top, the creme de la creme. She done turned everybody down. She says she doesn't want Mike Epps to do it. He don't play it right. He done aged out. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, to me, it's like my daughter generation. Yes. And my daughter, like, who is Richard Pryor?
Been dead for 18 years.
And no movie. It's like, nothing really. And honestly, you just lose boring. And it's like, what generation? There's a generation who want to see the story. She wants it done right. But you done had the best of the best to offer. Yes. But you turned it down. So I don't know who she wants to play the role.
Somebody to envision it the way she wants it to be.
So she's fighting everybody. So let's see, will this get off the ground? And if so, let's see how it turns out.
I hope it's everything and more that she wants
I hope,
to be.
But I think that she is over visualizing, and I think she's too close to it. And I think that this is something she treasures. Of a memory, it's like she's still living a memory. That thing is still alive to her. This woman had not accepted the fact that Richard Pryor has been deceased 18 years ago. And a movie or whatever you're doing should have been done. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, she's cradling it, and she's going to protect it with all her life. So good luck on it getting made. And when it does, good luck with it all. Because she ain't ready to depart. No, she wants to have say in everything. And you know what? She may not even be qualified to have say in directing or producing or anything. That's my opinion. I thought that woman wore me out listening to her, in my opinion.
Yeah, I felt bad for the interviewer.
I just felt like, Jesus, lady, you're just looking for perfection.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, anyway, whatever.
Speaking about having problems and wanting to find something perfect, in a perfect world, why can't Target support Pride by having an LGBTQ line to celebrate Pride Month?
So what would be the line? What would you sell?
It was just some gay...
See, that's insulting. What are gay stuff?
Yeah, celebrating.
Tell me.
I forget what some of the quotes are saying on the shirts. Let's see. Let's pull them up. I will even show some of the pictures here.
So they want to sell gay. If you want to be normal, Then be like everybody
So
else.
you don't have to announce that.
You don't have to announce that. Everybody knows when the gay pride. I don't understand it, so I'm not going to comment on none of this. I don't understand.
I did learn that they did make some swim trunks or a bathing suit that is tucking appropriate. If you're like want to be transgender and you want to like hide your masculine parts while wearing a bathing suit, you apparently can and feel comfortable.
Okay, so they make, well, you're going to show stuff like that.
Yes, I am. Oh, they have a shirt that says queer, queer, queer for $16 in different colors.
See, I don't understand none of this.
I
don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, if you want to be normal, then you don't need the attention.
No, you don't.
Just be normal. You already accepted. Just be normal.
I did want to briefly mention about a trans woman we had saw a video of that was crying a little bit about being misgendered.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you that people really do take this topic sensitive and they just want to be accepted. However, when you don't know strangers, you kind of can't.
If you look like a girl, just because your hair is short and you look like a girl and you dress gruff, I don't know that you are not a tomboy.
Right, exactly.
I don't know that you want to be identified as a male. This is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
And we don't need a shirt to say, I am queer, I am a boy.
I don't understand any of it. I'm just befuddled by it all. I don't understand. I don't understand. I know that, you all went through a lot and many was destroyed, hurt.
Yeah,
I get
honestly.
it. And yet you struggle. But look at the fight of black people. Look at the fight of all of us. We're all dealing with something. I don't know.
We all got to go through.
We all got to go through. And honestly, I just don't know what to say. I really don't. I don't know how to comment to
I
this.
just wish we could just find a way to
make them happy in their own skin with their own decisions that they made.
Yes.
Even if you felt like you didn't have a decision. It is your body, it's your choice.
Yes.
Regardless. Whether you meant it or whether you don't feel it, nevertheless, that is the skin you was born in. Your body, your choice. I feel as though that's a private matter. And if that's the way you see yourself, then I will respect that. But if I don't know you and you look like a female and yet you're a guy, but you look like a female, you sound like a female, and I'm assuming you're a female, don't get angry with me because you didn't, your trans is not showing.
Right.
I think that this just needs to be worked out.
Yes.
So,
and also in the spiritual world, there really isn't two genders. It's all supposed to be one.
Right.
So maybe that's just them feeling all the energy inside.
They want to be accepted and they want their own.
Yes, that is true.
And the thing is, you want your own of what? Because you're coming over here to the females and you're taking what we have and you want to make it your own. So I don't know.
Touchy.
And then you get mad at males. So it's just touchy right now. It has to be worked out. And I think when we stop being so sensitive and stop being over the top and start being reasonable and practical, I think we can make it. I think we can get somewhere. I really do. But we got to be reasonable and practical.
Okay.
And I think we can make it.
Yes, we can. Now, being reasonable and practical, thank God for the woman that was saved, Ralph, in Kansas City. He survived from the brain injuries he had received. It was very sad. This was just a few days ago. Well, that he's recovered. The shooting was a few weeks ago.
Well, I saw the woman recently on an interview, and the woman was distraught. She said that the police, the paramedics, well, not the police, 911, said for her to stay away from her door because it was a shooter at large. They didn't know where it was, and that don't answer your door. But she can hear the poor person outside our house crying and begging for help. But the 911 operator said, no, go away from the door, just leave him. In other words, he could be the shooter. Right. She was like, I don't think so. But nevertheless, this goes on and on and on. So then she looks out and we told her to go away, but she couldn't. Her heart was just not in it. So then she goes out, she sees him out in the street. And she sees this young man collapse. At this point, she can't bear it no more. She goes against whatever the shooter, and she puts on her shoes or slippers or whatever. She said the blood was everywhere. And that's when she knew he wasn't the shooter, but he was a victim. Mm-hmm. And that she feels so bad that he suffered the way that he did. Yes. And she goes out there in the street and her son and everything. And the thing, all this happened is because he knocked on the wrong person's door, and the man shot him twice in the head and in the arm.
Just trying to pick up his sister.
At the wrong house. Was it his brother, whatever, picking up a sibling. This is so sad. But the man is said to be held in custody. You see? When these things going on, when these things go on, what do you say to all of these things? Yeah. This is sad.
Can you really claim it was a racial thing, or?
I don't know. I don't know that the guy said, I don't know. It's crazy to me.
It is.
I mean, clearly he didn't have a gun. Mm-hmm. So
innocent. Thankfully he survived.
He survived, and it was just not his time. Mm-mm. It was not his time, and I hope he recover 100%.
Yes.
100%, with nothing missing, nothing broken, and nothing out of place. 100%. I hope that for that young man.
Yes, please.
You know, and for that older guy that shot him, was all that hatred worth it?
Right.
Your whole life is destroyed. Your home, was it worth it? At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right?
Yes, it is. Was the time and crime worth it?
Was it worth it? You know, because as far as I'm concerned, nothing is worth my life in prison.
No, nothing is worth somebody's life.
And nothing is worth someone else's life. So, is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's pretty much all we have in the news.
Well, I had something I wanted to mention.
Oh, okay.
Well, before we go out, this remind me of Harvey and what else? What's the name?
Oh, Charles.
Harvey and Charles. They seem like they just a bickering couple that they don't get along. Well, baby, Crone and I have a little bickering like Charles and who's his name? Harvey. And that is with Beyonce. She feels, go ahead.
Yes,
This is where we differ. Go ahead. I'm being Harvey. She's Charles. Okay.
I feel as though that Beyonce should be keeping her daughter out of the limelight. Even though she doesn't do it as much, I feel as though you're grooming her to basically be an entertainer rather than choosing her to do something else.
And tell the truth, you feel as though she's no different than Kim Kardashian.
Yes, I do feel like she's no different than Kim Kardashian.
Now, what I feel is though, I feel totally opposite. I feel as though it's nothing wrong with letting your child have a little light. She probably like it, feel herself, trying to figure out what it is. But the one thing you don't see Beyonce is saying shape up. What is that thing they say? Anyway, the shape up and get yourself together. The cameras is on. She doesn't put her children through that. She certainly doesn't put Blue Ivy. And every now and then you see her on her show doing something. I don't see there's anything wrong with that. She doesn't force her children out into paparazzi like Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian children be up there, free me, save me.
Yes, like hostages on tape.
And yet Kim is like, go on. No, I don't see Beyonce do that. And put
Fair
that
enough.
we're at difference. But
yes.
But I do respect what you are saying.
Yes, especially because when I realized that there was 70 million people at this concert and you're just going to have your 11-year-old daughter up there dancing in front of all these people.
I don't see anything wrong with that, yeah.
I
don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. You up there with your mother, she's breaking you ever so gently. I don't see anything wrong with it. So, okay, Charles.
All right, Harvey.
I don't agree. Well, thank you for joining us on the Brown Round.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed our whatever it is, whatever you plan to do for the day. It doesn't look like it's going to be a sunny day here, but nevertheless, it might surprise us. Nevertheless, wherever you are.
Hopefully you find a deer along the way, or a fawn.
Or a fawn. We hope whatever it is, you just have good eat and a good day and rest. So that's all we have to say. Sunflowers.